Hello everyone. Today I want to talk to you about something that is absolutely critical if you want to achieve great things in your life. It's the topic of developing a winner mindset. You see, your mindset is the single most important factor that will determine the heights you reach and the success you achieve. More important than your intelligence, more important than your talent, more important than your connections or resources. Because your mindset is the lens through which you see yourself and the world around you. It's the operating system that runs your thoughts, beliefs, and actions. And if you want to install an upgrade, if you want to take things to the next level, then you've got to start by developing the mindset of a winner. Now, when I say winner, I'm not just talking about someone who comes in first place or gets the gold medal, although that's certainly part of it. I'm talking about someone who approaches life with a spirit of relentless positivity, someone who believes in themselves unconditionally, someone who looks at challenges as opportunities and setbacks as springboards. A true winner, in other words, isn't just a champion on the playing field, but a champion at the game of life itself. So how do you develop this rare and remarkable mindset? How do you train your brain to think like a winner? Well, I've spent decades studying the most successful people on the planet, from star athletes to captains of industry to world leaders. And I've distilled their winning philosophies and practices down into a simple, powerful framework that anyone can use to shift their thinking and transform their life. It comes down to embodying three core traits: clarity, conviction, and consistency. The three C's of cultivating a champion psychology. Let me break each one down for you. First, clarity. Gaining absolute lucidity on who you are, what you want, and why you want it. So many people drift through life in a fog, unsure of their identity, clueless about their desires, devoid of any deeper sense of purpose. But a winner knows themselves down to their core. They've done the difficult introspective work to discover their authentic values, to articulate their grandest dreams, to define the legacy they want to leave. They have a crystal clear vision that acts as their North Star, guiding every decision and galvanizing them forward. I remember when I first started out as an entrepreneur, I was scattered and unfocused, chasing any opportunity that came along without much rhyme or reason. But then I took the time to really dig deep and figure out what made me tick. I journaled extensively, meditated daily, sought wisdom from mentors and muses. Gradually, my true purpose revealed itself to me with blinding clarity to inspire and empower people across the world to lead lives of passion and meaning. Once I locked onto that vision, everything changed. Suddenly, I had a metric to measure all my choices against. I could say no to the distractions and yes to the directions that served my ultimate mission. I felt an unshakable sense of inner certainty. And that leads directly to the second trait of the winner's mindset: conviction. To believe in your vision so fully, so fiercely, that you're willing to do whatever it takes to make it real. Conviction is the emotional rocket fuel that blasts you through adversity and propels you to victory. When you know your purpose with clarity, you pursue it with unwavering resolve. You don't let anything or anyone stand in your way. The winner says, "I will," with every fiber of their being. I think about any great achievement in history: the moon landing, the polio vaccine, the fall of the Berlin Wall. Behind each one, you'll find leaders who were possessed with a sense of total conviction, who were willing to push past the naysayers and persevere against all odds. They didn't hope their vision would happen or wonder if it was possible. They decided with every cell that they would accept nothing less than its realization, and they burned the boats behind them. There was no plan B, no exit strategy, because in their mind, failure was simply not an option. When I committed fully to my vision of being a transformational speaker and author, I had no safety net. I quit my cushy corporate job, moved back in with my parents, and threw myself into learning and growing with reckless abandon. I devoured every book one could find on personal development, cold called experts to pick their brains, spoke for free to any audience that would have me. There were moments of doubt and struggle, to be sure. But my conviction never wavered, because I had connected my dream to a cause greater than myself. I knew that every person I helped nudge closer to their potential would send positive ripples out into the world. And that conviction carried me through the dip and over the hump. Which brings us to the third and final pillar of the winner's mindset: consistency. It's one thing to get a flash of clarity or a surge of conviction. It's another thing entirely to put in the daily discipline to make your vision a big reality. Consistency is the unglamorous secret sauce of success, the magic of marginal gains compounded over time. The winner shows up to put in the work, even when they don't feel like it, even when the muse doesn't show. They cultivate ironclad habits and stick to them with singular devotion. Look, inspiration is great, but it's nowhere near as important as perspiration. Motivation gets you started, but dedication keeps you going. I've seen so many talented people start new ventures with a burst of enthusiasm only to fizzle out a few months later when things get hard. But the winner falls in love with the process of getting better bit by bit. They're the first one to practice and the last one to leave. While others are scrolling social media, they're honing their craft. While others are sleeping in, they are early squeezing in a workout or tackling their mind for the day. They stay the course for years, not days, aligning their actions with their ambitions. When I resolved to become a world-class communicator, I knew I had to immerse myself in the art and science of public speaking. So I joined Toastmasters and forced myself to give a speech every week, no matter how busy I was. I hired a speaking coach and ruthlessly deconstructed every aspect of my delivery, from my vocal tonality to my stage presence to my story structure. I studied the greats, from Winston Churchill to Martin Luther King Jr., and modeled their cadences and conveniences. And I gave myself a challenge to write 1,000 words a day to sharpen my thinking and find my voice. A year later, I booked my first paid keynote. 5 years later, I was giving talks to packed stadiums. A decade later, I've delivered thousands of speeches to millions of people, racking up accolades and changing countless lives. All because I made the decision to be consistent in the beginning, when no one was watching. You see, that's the thing about the winner's trinity: clarity, conviction, and consistency. They build on each other in a virtuous cycle. When you're clear on what you want, you pursue it with conviction. When you have unshakable conviction, you show up consistently. And when you put in consistent effort, you gain even more clarity on your path forward. The 3 C's combine in a force multiplier that over time makes you unstoppable. But developing these traits is simple, not easy. It takes relentless commitment and ongoing inner work. You've got to be willing to question your assumptions, face your fears, and push past your comfort zone again and again. You've got to surround yourself with people and environments that stretch you to become the highest expression of yourself. You've got to cultivate the courage to bet on yourself, even when you're racked with insecurity and doubt. Because the biggest barriers to developing a winner's mindset are the limiting beliefs and stories we tell ourselves. I'm not good enough, smart enough, talented enough. I don't have what it takes to succeed at that level. But let me ask you, how do you know? Have you ever tested the limits of your potential, or are you just assuming you'll fail without even trying? So often, the only thing standing between you and the life of your dreams is a simple story. But you can't argue for your limitations and then be surprised when you manifest them. No, if you want to develop a winner's mindset, you've got to ruthlessly eliminate any thought that diminishes you or your abilities. You've got to brainwash yourself with empowering beliefs and incantations. Things like, I am the creator of my reality. I can learn and grow and figure anything out. I have infinite potential. The universe is conspiring for my highest good. Everything is unfolding perfectly. You've got to tell yourself a better story, one in which you're the hero on a hero's journey, slaying your demons and uncovering your hidden gifts. And look, I know this kind of positive self-talk can feel unnatural or forced at first, especially if you spent years mired in cynicism and self-doubt. But that's exactly why you need to make it a daily practice, until it overrides your default programming and becomes your new normal. I still spend 15 minutes every morning reciting my goals and affirmations out loud while looking myself in the eye. Sure, it makes me feel a little silly sometimes, but I can say with complete conviction that those moments of intentional auto-suggestion have totally revolutionized my self-image and upgraded my identity at the deepest levels. Because that's ultimately what this is all about: stepping into a bigger, bolder, brighter version of yourself. Deciding once and for all that you deserve to have the business and body and life and impact of your wildest imaginings, and that you're willing to do whatever it takes to make it happen. Believing that you are enough, you know enough, you are ready and worthy of playing the biggest game you can conceive of. Betting on your own infinite upside and accepting nothing less than legendary. Because here's the liberating truth. My friends, you have no idea what you're truly capable of until you put yourself on the line and go for broke. Most people die with their music still in them because they bought into someone else's story of their limitations. They let their fear of failure or fear of judgment keep them shackled to a meager, mediocre existence. They took the safe, well-beaten path and ended up in the land of lackluster results. But not you. Not anymore. Starting today, you're going to embracing being brazen in your pursuits and committed in your character. You're going to stop tiptoeing quietly through life, hoping not to cause too many waves or take up too much space. You're going to start showing up powerfully in the presence of your purpose, speaking your truth, and shining your light with holy abandon. You're going to push the envelope and play at the edges of your brilliance. You're going to risk being called crazy in service of a cause that makes your soul sing. And yeah, it's not going to be easy. There will be times when you stumble and fall flat on your face. There will be times when you question everything and wonder if you're completely delusional. There will be times when the siren song of safety beckons you back to base camp. But in those moments, you're going to remember the 3 C's. You're going to get unwaveringly clear on your why, cultivate the conviction of a martyr, and commit with the consistency of a monk. You're going to call up that still, small voice inside you that knows that you have a date with destiny and settle for nothing less. And slowly but surely, you'll start to see your outer world shift to match your inner state. The universe will begin to bend in your direction, sending you the people and resources and opportunities you need to manifest your mission in full technicolor. You'll start stacking small wins and watching them snowball into staggering momentum. You'll inspire others to raise their sights and live life on their own terms. You'll leave a legacy that reverberates through space and time. But here's one more little sea secret I want to share with you, Celebration. See, a lot of folks with big ambitions develop a sort of tunnel vision where they put their head down, push themselves to the brink of burnout, and forget to acknowledge how far they've come. But I firmly believe that the more you appreciate your progress, the more progress you make. The more you celebrate your wins, the more wins you create. Gratitude is the gateway to greatness. So as you blaze your trail and hit those milestones, take the time to do a little victory dance. Pop the champagne, call up your best friend, give yourself a high five in the mirror. Extract the evidence from your achievements and let it fill you with an unassailable sense of confidence and worthiness. Use it as rocket fuel to propel you to even dizzier heights. And then, when you finally arrive at the summit of your most spectacular goal, when you find yourself standing on the peak with your flag planted firmly in the ground, take a moment to drink in the view. Let yourself marinate in the satisfaction of a job well done and a vision fully realized. Reflect on all the challenges you faced, the sacrifices you made, the naysayers you proved wrong. Give thanks for the grit and grace that carried you through. But then, after you've savored that delicious moment of accomplishment, I want you to do something kind of radical. I want you to set an even bigger, bolder, more bodacious goal. I want you to cast your gaze to an even further horizon and wonder how you can push past what you previously thought was your upper limit. I want you to reconnect with your sense of childlike curiosity and adventure and ponder what else might be possible if you simply refuse to settle. Because that, my friends, is the true hallmark of a winner's mindset, the insatiable hunger to grow and give and expand and express the full majesty of your being. Winners love the chase as much as the trophy at the end. They know that there's always another level to get to, always more to learn and become, always a grander game to play. So they set their sights on the heavens and get back to the consistent daily disciplines that will carry them to the cosmos. And I have a hunch that if you've stuck with me this far, if you're still watching and absorbing these ideas, then you too have the heart of a champion beating inside your chest. You too feel the call to transcend the trivial and leave an indelible mark on this world. You too are ready to shed your self-imposed shackles and step into your fullest power and potential. You too know deep down that you have a sacred duty to fulfill, and that nothing will bring you more joy than seeing it through. So here's my challenge to you for the next 30 days. I want you to embody the winner's mindset with unflinching resolve. I want you to spend some time getting radically clear on your grandest vision for your life and defining the next steps to bring it into form. I want you to stoke the flames of your conviction by surrounding yourself with influences that inspire you to dream bigger and by regularly priming your mind with the belief that you will succeed. I want you to decide on 3 power habits that, if practiced daily, would quantum leap your results, and then execute on them with military precision. And finally, I want you to bookend your days with appreciation, reflecting each night on 3 wins or lessons and anticipating each morning the miracles and magic that await you. If you do this, if you make the winner's mindset your North Star and refuse to settle for anything less than extraordinary, then I promise you this, a month from now, you won't even recognize the person you used to be. You will be standing taller, thinking bigger, playing bolder. You'll notice serendipities and synchronicities start to pile up as the universe conspires to assist you. You'll magnetize the mentors and the means to translate your intentions into reality at record speed. You'll inspire everyone around you to raise their standards and live life full out. You'll be, in a word, unstoppable. And from that place of aligned action and attraction, there's no dream too big, no goal too gargantuan, no aspiration too audacious. You'll have officially graduated from the school of standard issue striving and matriculated to the League of Legends. You'll be flexing your faith muscles and creating a reality more magical than you ever thought possible. You'll be a living testament to the power of a human spirit to rise and overcome and blaze new trails to brighter tomorrows. So my fellow traveler, my kindred dreamer, my partner in the possible, are you ready to relinquish your membership in the mediocre majority and claim your rightful place in the Hall of Heroes? Are you willing to embrace the discomfort and discipline of developing a winner's mindset in exchange for unparalleled freedom and fulfillment? Are you prepared to bet big on your vision, take massive action in its direction, and banish the word impossible from your vocabulary once and for all? If so, then there's nothing left to say except the two most powerful words in the English language, the clarion call of history's greatest icons and pioneers and change agents. Two words whispered by the wind and written in the stars, calling you forth to your most excellent adventure. Two words that, if fully embodied, will open the door to wonders and marvels beyond your wildest imaginings. Let's go. This motivational speech outlines key principles for developing a winner's mindset. Start with clarity, gaining lucidity on who you are, what you want, and why you want it, having a clear vision and purpose. Cultivate unshakable conviction, fiercely believing in your vision, and being willing to do whatever it takes to make it real. Pushing past obstacles with determination. Commit to consistency, having the daily discipline to take aligned action towards your vision over the long term. Building positive habits and rituals. Ruthlessly eliminate limiting beliefs and tell yourself an empowering story about who you are and what's possible for you. Using affirmations and visualization to upgrade your self-image. Embrace being brazen in your pursuits and get outside your comfort zone regularly. Speaking your truth and going for your dreams with abandon. Celebrate your wins and practice gratitude along the journey. Using appreciation and acknowledgement to generate more what you want. Always challenge yourself to learn, grow, and get to the next level, setting bigger visions. Maintaining a beginner's mindset and commitment to constant expansion. The speech provides a 30-day challenge to listeners to embody these principles, getting clear on their vision, stoking their conviction, committing to power habits, and bookending their days with appreciation and anticipation. It promises that doing so will make them unstoppable and able to achieve the unimaginable.